Good morning. Oof, let's get that down. Good morning. I am wickety tired. Wickety. Wickety. Hey, Nick, good morning. Char MS06. And who might that be? Good morning. They did some kind of crazy name change. So who is Char MS06? By the way, I'm just going to see if I can see this. Yeah, somewhat. Jonah. I don't know why it's not showing up as my name. YouTube did something recently, Jonah, that's exactly what happened. Everything got jumbled up. Why? So not only did I have to learn all the transitioning from Instagram to YouTube and getting everybody's, YouTube account names. And now YouTube did something about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever, and it's been the same. Anyway, welcome, Jonah. Oh, and you too, Nick. God, I'm tired. I have gotten quite a bit work done on the Mach K thing. I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, what's today? Friday. So Wednesday night, I did some painting. Last night I was planning on painting. Got home, got on the phone with my wife, had dinner, crashed out. And I think I woke up a little after midnight, and it's like I can't fall behind schedule. So I think around 12:30 last night, I started airbrushing and was up till around, I don't know, 1:45 or something like that, 1:30. Clean up afterward and that kind of thing. So I'm a little tired. That I'm operating about under 4 hours of sleep right now, but it needed to get done. So I'll show you what we got done. Probably the best place to show, I think, is on these two guys. That's some dedication. I've been so out of working in the evenings that it feels weird working on a model in the evenings. Other than that, middle of the night model. Yeah, I think it's like, it doesn't strike me often, but in fact, this has actually been fairly enjoyable to do. So I'm not complaining. It's I'm exhausted. I wouldn't call it dedication. I'd call it stupidity, but it's working. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep after. So that's part of it. So then I wrapped up here, like I said, around 1:30, 1:45, crawled into bed. And at that point, it's like, you're right. I was awake, started reading. So I read until I fell asleep. Anyway, I'm going to see if you guys can see this. So there are two things that happened. One, I appreciate it. And secondly, I have now put on the base white color. There are three colors I'll be using on this thing. This is the off-white, the Mr. Color off-white, which, funny enough, it's like almost the same color as primer. But that's what we've got right now. And you can actually see, it's hard because there's so much shadows here, but you can see the pre-shading underneath. In some places, it's very, very stark. And the reason for that being that when I'm going to be putting additional layers on top, it is possible that some of that's going to get lost anyway. But at least in some key areas, I wanted it to be pretty obvious. It's really obvious on that panel back there, which is fine because I think some of that's going to get hit up with some orange. And what's the worst that happens? If it's too heavy, I might end up doing a unifying, like a super thin unifying coat. No, I'm gonna be airbrushing them on. In fact, looking at a bunch of photos of cats, um, that looks killer. No, I appreciate it. So far, so good. It ain't perfect. You can definitely see where I can certainly see where this is my first time using Bondo as a the stipple on to get that texturing effect. It's a little heavy in some places. I don't care. In fact, I'm happy with the way it looks. I'm happy with the painting results so far. That's not how you mock, I know. Um, so yeah, so what I'm going to be doing is the second color I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be starting the masking process, and I'm going to be masking with blue tack. But the next color is going to be the sort of the orange tabby color, and then the last color is going to be the a German gray. So that should create the calico finish. The orange is actually going to be a combination of orange, Mr. Color Orange, Mr. Color Flesh, and Mr. Color Off-White, the same white that I use on the base color. That's not how you mock, I love that. I know. I love breaking the rules. So just gonna figure out. I think what we're gonna do is white will be a lot of it. I'm not trying to make it even. This isn't going to be sort of like uh I'm trying to replicate, and this is not how George's brain works. Look at you getting all fancy. I know it's been a while since I've actually done like extensive painting stuff, like mixing colors and trying to match that stuff. My brain does not work in painting. Never has. But what I'm hoping to do here is give it a bit more of a cat-like look. And I know calico cats can range from splotchy colors through almost like a combination of some of that splotchiness and stripes. I may try to replicate some of that. We shall see. But for right now, today and likely tomorrow, it's going to be about masking. So that's what I got. Let's move my phone out of the way. Pull out the blue tack. I'm likely going to use all of this and more. Take the stick out so I can get in here a little bit. I may actually even use this one here. I'm going to try to, I got to mask the cockpit itself will all be hand brushed. That I don't see any reason why not to do that. And that'll be a combination of a few things. It'll be some hand brushing, dry brushing, stuff like that. Hey, Joe. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Let's get this stuff all softened up. So, and this is where George's brain doesn't always work. I got to figure out how I'm going to do some of this. Yeah, so you can see, maybe you can see some of the, see if you guys can see the pre-shading. Like I pre-shaded since the hatch is going to be open. I sort of pre-shaded underneath here. That actually came out looking pretty good. And in fact, when you put it up against regular light, it's interesting how it really makes it pop. Good news. That means sometimes it does work. Sometimes it does. Ray, what's going on, man? Replaced the toilet yesterday. For yourself personally or work-wise? I've done that. I did it once, and I said, you know what? Next time we're hiring a plumber. We did. All right, so I'm trying to visualize. I'm going to start with the main body here because I'm sort of visualizing that the majority of this section here is going to remain a white. This is sort of like the cat's belly, and a lot of the bellies tend to be white, not 100%. So that means I got to mask most of this. Work-wise, yeah. To replace it with, yeah, nice. Let's see. Whoops. Careful there. Show the legs real quickly too. Then we'll get started. You can see a little bit more aggressive. There you go. That you can catch a little bit more of the pre-shading on the legs. Water. I replaced it with just a like a spittoon. You know, let's do it 1800 style. Let's just do a quick little test to make sure I don't lift any paint. It shouldn't. I'm going to go over a little bit more there. What I might end up doing is kind of creating like a center section and then maybe like the bottom part, taper it off a little bit, maybe even some of the top here to give it a little bbit more of a less of a rounded belly kind of thing. Maybe just a place now. Nice. Hey, Chris. Good morning. How are you? So you have a window to throw the bucket. Exactly. Well, there better be well, you know, windows were kind of no, I guess they weren't. They've been around for a while. That double sitter shitter they had on SNL. Nice. Do-do-do. All right. I have a difficult decision to make today. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yes, I'm going to start a tank, or no, I'm going to start a Gundam. I'm hoping it's that difficult. When I change out my toilet, I had to repair the flange, so I just the whole referring to it as the expert mode. Yeah, I love replacing the flanges. In fact, I just found out yesterday as I was going through my drawers here that I actually have um I have one, a spare. There we go. Thank God we didn't have to. The wax ring was completely gone. Oh, the wax ring. Yeah, those wax rings are awful. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm getting the basic shape down right now. And then I might just sculpt. So right now, just laying it down. This is going to be the orange side right now, and this is going to remain white. Anything that's covered on this side is going to be white. Replace that with those need foam rings. When I remodeled the bath, I discovered I needed to replace the flange in the near future. That means chipping out oh my God. So they're not doing so hold it a second, Joe. Are they not doing wax rings anymore? Now they're doing foam? Oh, that's interesting. So I'm gonna get the general shape, and then afterward I will smooth out some of this stuff to give it a. And also, geez Louise, that just exploded. Well, Chris taunted us with a decision, and that's all we heard. Hey, Mike, good morning. Yeah, foam and rubber rings. Interesting. You can still buy wax, but the foam ones are so much better. Oh, God, yeah. I imagine that they probably are. I also have to remember whatever I'm laying down here. Also, some of the black will be on here too. What's going on, Mike? Huh. Half today off, just chilling. Nice. Chilling, and he's deigning us with his presence. Sweet. Oh, that's too much. Too much white. Happy Halloween. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I need this Halloween off. To suggest a new holiday off at work. A new holiday? Yeah. Speaking of, hey, Nick, have you heard anything further? I'm assuming the answer is no. Regarding new jobs. But they talked to some, so it could be a month or more. Yeah. Yeah, I always take vacation in October. Nice. to get some of this stuff down. Then we're gonna start to sculpt it a little bit. Just getting the general shape down right now. Am I doing anything for Halloween? Oops. Hello. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be doing nothing. Handing out candy. Maybe working on either masking this thing, or if I get enough of it done, I doubt it, then get to sorry guys, give me a second here. I want to get in on that ring. Get into painting. I don't think I'm going to get that far along. Oops, you know what? Dude, live chat. Let's do that. Just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Nope. Great. All right, now let's start shaping a little of this. We're gonna get trick-or-treaters. So tomorrow is the real holiday. 50% off candy. Nice. It's like after Easter, right? You go to the store to pick up all the candy the day after that they're marking down significantly. Okay, there we go. Hey, Tony, good morning. How are you? With a butterfly and a pumpkin. Nice. You taking them around? I love it. Everybody's saying hello. RQ, how are you, RQ? What's up? just masking. So I'm just trying to make this a little bit more organic. There we go. All right, so that's all going to be white. That means I can now start on some of this stuff here, sort of the striping here. Good, George, I'm doing good. Can't mention. Uh-oh. Can't mention? Scared to ask what you can't mention. All that will be orange. I'll do a thin stripe of white. In fact, let me actually even work on this a little bit. Yeah, right in the front here like this. I'm just going to go up a bit. Can't mention. Quiet morning. God. I'll move this over to here. All those have also been done as well. Let's see if I can pull this out. Again, base layer is down. Pre-shading is down. I'm not even sure if you can see the yeah, there it is. You can see the pre-shading there. It's a little heavy in places, which I'm totally fine with. Between the other paint layers that are getting put down and what they call it, excuse me, and then the weathering, it'll all get unified. Got a skeleton and a flying squirrel to go trick-or-treating with. Nice. Oh, have fun with that. I will say it is something that I miss. My daughter is going out. My older daughter is going out to a party. So she's adult trick-or-treating, I guess. There we go. Just like that. I think should be fine. Let's cover up the schnozzle. Basically the leading edge on this thing. And I'm going to do a white stripe down this thing too. that looks pretty damn good. Yeah, pretty consistent. I'm good with that. I don't care how old you are having fun and in a costume, you get candy. Oh, I totally agree with that. What's the most unique thing you've got from trick or treats or given? Yes, I'm asking everyone. The most unique. Oh man, I've got nothing. I've never handed out anything weird because God forbid, you get into a lawsuit over it. And I don't recall receiving anything strange. Every now and then you do get candy that it's like, what the hell were these people thinking? Old people candy ain't the same thing as young people candy. Just trying to give it a little bit more of an organic look. Okay. I got flour. You got flour? Okay. I'm curious. Raisins were weak. Yeah. Yeah, raisins are interesting. They're weak if you're looking at candy, but I respect that somebody would do that because then it's like, we're trying to save your teeth, kid. Who knows? Maybe they were a dentist. Well, that was last year. So, wow. Kids got vegan goodie bags with religious reading material last year. What? Hold it. Hold it, from the same place, Nick? Nickel bags were just enough to make one cookie. Wow. Flour. That is kind of odd. Let's try to do it really thin. It's like a little wispy type of thing here. I gave half a package of flour. I was with my friend, so I gave it to him instead. That's an interesting one. The Bible thing, no, Nick, in Texas, the Bible thing doesn't surprise. Don't celebrate the witches and the demons. Read your Bible. Okay, fine. Thank you for, completely misunderstanding the holiday, but that's okay. The vegan thing, that's an odd one. There we go. Small like leftovers. Wow. I gotta tell you, well, everybody's got their deal, I guess. Caught me off guard was it was a little Asian lady that was probably 70. Oh, that doesn't surprise. Very large population of Asian Americans that are fundamentalist. But interesting. So, Nick, question: does she also give candy too, or is it just the Bible, or just some prayers or whatever? Telling the kids to eat health and not animals. Oh wow. Okay. It's funny that just the neighbor were just joking, but they gave real flour. That's just wild. The buildings in TP have really made people comfortable giving out shitty Halloween stuff, I guess. All right. This is probably the least fun thing to be doing is the masking. I'm not going to lie. The least fun thing. It was vegan chips and vegan fruit snacks. All right. Time for the first annual Halloween heist. Potatoes, vegetables. Yeah, I guess they are. I mean, theoretically, yeah. Like veggie chips, not potato. Yeah. So, did the adults eat those, or did they just say, "Yeah, screw it. We just toss those out"? Hmm. By the way, guys, I'm legit not sure how this is going to turn out from a painting perspective. No idea. We shall see. We shall see. They weren't bad. Kids love them, and I didn't have to give her candy or a stash to keep her happy. Yeah, there you go. Nice. My kids hardly eat their Halloween candy. It's kind of weird. Yeah. That is interesting. Are they just not candy types in general, or just not Halloween candy types? Well, it's all mean. Nothing candy from strangers. Well, Halloween is changing. Oh yeah, absolutely. Got 10 minutes before I've got to bail. Oops. Which I generally don't want to do. Good. Do-do-do. Yeah. These new kids are strange in general. Like they don't really like toys either. That's weird. Like your daughter is still building models. Yes, they do like gaming. Well, there you go. This is the modern world. Quote from the Jam. Oh, right. Really? It's a good run. Maybe she'll come back to it. Yeah. Yeah, she did build a fair bunch of bear goods. Yeah. How old now, Mike? Maybe kind of getting into that age where, yeah, you know what? That's kids stuff or stuff old people like my dad do. She would always come down when I was working on something. Maybe that's what you need to do. You got to get back to working on something so she'll come downstairs and join you. Maybe onto something there. Okay. Really models either. I finished another pedal yesterday. Well, that's cool. Pedal for a guitar, Peter. Mojo is dead. Was at the bench last night. Did nothing. Dead. Hopefully, how about just dormant? Dormant is better than dead. Yeah, nice, Peter. Whenever you get bored with the current project you're building, switch to older projects that you haven't finished. Oh, RQ, they're all around me. Oh, yeah. This one I have to get done for December because we have our holiday party in December, my IPMS group, and we have a theme build, and I want to get it done I want to get this done for the theme build. Theme build is animals. And I'm sure we're going to have people who are going to do tigers, wildcats. So I'm building a raccoon, and in it, it's going to be a cat pilot. Just never understood if you're doing a theme, right? I don't know. Maybe it's too late to start this conversation. Maybe we'll have to continue this into tomorrow. But part of the issue is that, we as modelers, I think I shouldn't say that. Traditional modelers, I think they tend to think so much in the box that the ones that I find to be the most creative are always the ones that are out of the box thinking, right? Doing something creative, looking at like what Peter is doing, or even to some degree, like Richard or Austin at my club. Yeah, we have to table this for tomorrow. Okay. All right. So I've almost got the hull done. Anything that's masked is going to remain white, obviously, and the rest of it is going to be either orange or black. Nice. I built a Telecaster and weathered it. Nice. Cleaned off last night, and the wife asked me what's wrong and why everything was put up. And what did you tell her? Yeah, guitar pedal. I use them with synths and drum machines, though. It works. Peter, have you ever made music, like produced music? Like recorded anything? Anything you might want to share? Just asking. Tiger, leopard, historical, huh? Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It's the traditional mentality of building, sort of the same thing. Oh, we're doing an animal build. I'll build a wildcat. Okay. Or I'll build a Thunderbird, or, it's like, guys, just a thought. Maybe take it to a little bit more of a creative end. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Maybe. Whoa, there's paint on that. Damn. I've been away. You talking about on this? Oh yeah, on this. Are you talking about on this mic? Yeah, the last couple days I started painting it. So first layer of white and the pre-shading are down. Now we're doing masking for the next two colors. And some very realistic dust effects. Nice. I don't really play guitar, to be honest. Told her I was done with the hobby and selling it all. Then it was a disaster zone. Just need to clean it. Nice. And still he hangs out with us. You're an awful nice guy. Awful nice guy. There we go. Just going to lay down a strip here. He still hangs out with us. He hates the hobby, but he loves us. I'll take that. Well, so much for me sending anything down to you then. I was planning on it, but I guess not. Okay. Of course, if I finish nothing, I build all the gear, so that's where my effort goes. It's kind of pathological, in a way. In fact, I'll use this example, and then I'm going to be bailing. Alan Bieber, he finishes no model either, but he's there almost every month at our meetings, and he works on models all the time. It's just that I think it's just the process of working on it, which makes sense. There's nothing that says you have to complete something. All right. I think we're going to stop now, and I'll get back to this tonight and tomorrow. So I need to leave a third of this. I need to leave 2/3 of it uncovered. I don't want the majority of this thing to be white. I may actually just pull off all of the blue tack afterward and then relay down some stuff. I haven't decided yet for the black. We'll see. Let's see. I just need to clean up all the sanding dust and tiny plastic. The Falca is still on the bench. Nice. What's models? I think you can always come back to it. These chunks of plastic that look like BOC, the box they came in. Yeah, exactly. So that masking for camo. Yeah, I'm painting it in the model in calico cat colors. So it'll be the an off-white, an orange, and a very dark gray, almost black. Yep. So I'm just masking right now to get the next color is going to be the orange, which is going to be a custom mix. It's going to be a little darker than that. That's a little too light. I'm going to make it a little bit more orangey than that, but that's going to be the next color. And I'm just going to mask it all up. This is going to take some time. I thought I was going to get this done in a couple days. I think this is going to take a little longer. We shall see. Hey, Damien, how are you? Happy Halloween to you as well. That's an awesome idea. Oh, what's that? The masking for the calico cat thing? Yeah. It kind of made sense, right? So figure out insignia of my World War II biplane. It looks empty without anything, but I'm sort of done with German emblems. Amen to that. Guys, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be masking probably some of this tonight. My hope is to finish the masking at some point tomorrow. And it is unlikely, and Sunday, it is possible I may not do a session on Monday. What I'm going to start skipping sessions if I can get to the paint booth instead, just to let everybody know. But I think the next day at least I'll be masking, and possibly Sunday. Sunday's going to be a short session anyway, because I got to go down to Connecticut to go see my daughter for an event she has at school. So anyway, with all that being said, later, everyone. Later. See ya. Guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's a crazy, screwed up, mixed up, nasty world. And it doesn't have to be that way. Go out there and brighten it by showing kindness, respect, and love for everybody. Things are going to get better. Do good, everybody. Enjoy the day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Peace.